This video is different. This is me actually studying for my CompTIA Data Plus exam that I will be taking in a few days using Google's NotebookLM. It's a free tool, okay? And if you like this video, make sure you like it and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching. According to the sources, there are two common ways this test is applied to data analysis. Goodness of fit. This is used to test data against a baseline. For example, if you expect a specific percentage of customers to come from 4 different regions, you use this to see if your actual customer data fits that expectation. Test of independence. This evaluates multiple variables to see if they are related. For instance, you might use it to see if a customer's gender, category A, is independent of their preferred product type, category B. 4. Categorical context. In data schemas, categorical data is often referred to as dimension attribute because these attributes like pass, fail, red, blue, green, or region do not have a numerical value that you can average. Yes. You must count their frequencies instead. You must count. That's true. That's very true. The chi-square test is the industry standard way to analyze discounts. Okay. Multiple choice questions for retention. Question 1. A researcher wants to know if the distribution of fruit files in a lab matches the expected 3:1 genetic ratio. Which chi-square application should they use? A. Test of independence, regression analysis, goodness of fit, z-score calculation. I'll read the question again. A researcher wants to know if the distribution of fruit flies is in a lab matches the expected 3:1 genetic ratio. Which chi-square application should I use? Let me go back up there again one more time. Observed, comparing observed versus expected, ruling out chance. Two main types of goodness of fit. This is used to test the data against a baseline. This evaluates multiple variables to see if they are related. Alright. Wants to know the distribution of fruit flies in a lab matches expected genetic ratio. It's interesting. Wants to know if the distribution of fruit flies in a lab matches the expected genetic ratio. I'll say goodness of fit because it's used to test your data against a baseline. If you expect a specific percentage of customers come from different regions, yeah, I'll go with goodness of fit. So I'm gonna scroll down. I'll go with B. I'll go with C. I'm gonna reveal the answer. I'll go with C. There we go. The answer. Goodness of fit is the answer. They are testing against a known baseline ratio. Exactly. That's what I thought. There we go. Goodness of fit. Then the next question. What is the result of a chi-square test specifically called? A. P-value, chi-square statistic, Pearson coefficient, or R-squared value. I know this. It's B. Chi-square statistic. There we go. The test produces the chi-square statistics. Perfect. And of course, the sources back it up as well from the sources. Perfect. The sources back it up. Chi-square. Well, yeah. Perfect. Great sources. So let me move on to the next question. This was the question I went through. This was the question and I got the answer right. But I just wanted to explain. I just wanted to, for you guys listening, I just wanted to know further about the answer. That's why I clicked here to explain, and that's what it did. When you're using NotebookLM to study, and you click in the quiz, and you're using the quiz format, and you click explain to expand on what you're studying on, it basically breaks down everything like ChatGPT would do for you, but everything is coming from your sources. If you want to know more, make sure you watch more of my videos on NotebookLM. I'm going to leave one in the link above, okay? But let me carry on studying. Next, a data analyst needs a tool that is primarily a programming language known for its strong statistical computing and graphics capability, widely used by statisticians and data miners. Which tool fits this description best? A data analyst needs a tool that is primarily a programming language. Okay, if you're looking at a programming language, then it's between these two. Okay, known for its strong statistical computing and graphics capabilities. This is the key. Used by statisticians and data miners. Automatically, it's not SQL. It has to be R. It's not. This is a visualization tool, and this is a spreadsheet tool. So I'm going to go with R. There we go. R is explicitly defined as a programming language and free software environment for statistical computing and graphics. Amazing. Next question. And I'm just going through these questions. There's 52 in total, which is great for studying. And let me give you guys listening a little bit of background, okay? This section of this quiz, let me minimize it a bit, is only focused on data analysis, okay? Because I'm going to be taking as you can see, the sources says CompTIA Data Plus. That is the certification that I will be taking, and I'm only focusing because the CompTIA exam has 5 sections. So when you're using NotebookLM to study, you can actually focus it on one specific section, and it will give you a range of questions. So you have a better understanding of that section. And this section is focused on data analysis, which is domain 3 of the CompTIA Data Plus DAO 001 certification. Okay, so let me minimize that again. So yeah, let me carry on studying, and I'm gonna do this last question before I stop the video from recording, so that you guys can go and watch the other videos I've created on NotebookLM. Okay, so let's go through this together. But I'm gonna carry on studying, but I'm gonna just stop the video. You guys don't want to watch 2 hours of me studying, and so yeah. Question 9. What is the term for a measure of how spread out the numbers in a data set are, such as range or standard deviation? What is the term for a measure of how spread out the numbers in a data set are? That is, I know that off the bat, but let's go through the multiple choice answers. Is it measure of central tendency, measure of correlation, measure of dispersion, measure of frequency? It already says here, such as range or standard deviation. And I know when it comes to range, which is maximum take away minimum, and when it comes to minimum and maximum and standard deviation and variance, we're talking about measures of dispersion. There we go. Measures of dispersion, including range, variance, and standard deviation. Quantify the variability of spread, the variability or spread of data. There we go. Okay, let me go through the last one, guys. Last one, I promise. In the context of statistical analysis, What does a p-value represent? Let me see. A, the size of the effect or the difference between groups. B, the probability of observing the data, or something more extreme, if the null hypothesis were true. C, the cutoff value for determining if a result is an outlier, typically set as 0.05. D, the probability that the alternative hypothesis is true. What does the p-value represent? I'm going to go with C. I got that one wrong. But now this is an opportunity. Again, when you're studying and you get anything wrong, this is an opportunity to use this explain button, explain option to explain it further so you can get a better understanding, guys. Okay, but I got that question wrong. So if I want to know more, I'm just going to click explain, and what it's going to do is it's going to go through my sources and use it to explain this section, and it will allow me to learn a lot more about the topic so that I can know it fully. Okay, and as you can see, everything here is, none of this is fluff. It's actually coming from your sources. Okay, and of course it's going to give you more questions at the end as well, which is great. It's great for learning, honestly. I love this tool. I love the NotebookLM. It's fantastic. So guys, I'm going to carry on studying. As you can see, I failed this question, which means I still have a lot more studying to go before I sit for my CompTIA Data Plus exam. So I'm going to get back to that. But guys, if you like this sort of videos, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you later, guys. And make sure you watch my videos on NotebookLM so that you too can use it to study and get better at whatever topic or whatever certification you're trying to take. Okay, see you later. Bye.